Okay, I didn't sleep last night. I'm very out of practice at this, and I've just stopped caring. I swear to God, I'm not that white. I could be that white. There'd be nothing wrong with it. We're just gonna give it the old college try, aren't we? Because I've got a degree now, so I'm qualified to do that. I'm very into Ben & Jerry's right now. This is a pretty good one because I do enjoy caramel myself. My favorite when I was younger was fish food, but I've moved on to greener pastures because I'm not such a fan of chocolate anymore. There you go. Favorite number 1, Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Did that go well, Maddie? Crazy Jewish mom. It is what it sounds like. This girl has a crazy Jewish mom, and her mom sends her amazing text messages and she screenshots them and puts them on Instagram. Crazy Jewish mom. I will link it down below. My second internet favorite is a blog called That Palmy Girl. I don't know why everything that I'm saying was so staccato just then. It's primarily a fashion blog run by a girl called Sarah. She's very pretty and I want all of her clothes. And she has lots of nice white jumpers, so I've got a long list of white jumpers that I want now. Yeah. She's also got a YouTube channel, so I'll link all of that down below. Something that you need to know to contextualize most of the things that are in my favorites for February is the fact that the second half of the month, I was just sick. I got the flu quite badly for about a week. Then as soon as I got rid of the flu, my face swelled up. And I don't mean like Quasimodo, like it wasn't like there was something very, very wrong. It just went like kind of puffy. It felt kind of more solid than normal. Because normally, like, it's quite a squishy face, right? It's quite a squishy face. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh my God. Why do I do this to myself? I'm trying to fix my sleeping pattern is what is happening right now. It may not look like it, but I am. Because if I stay up till like 9 p.m., then I'll wake up at a normal time and then my life will be fixed. Yeah? Yeah. One Direction and McBusted. They are grouped together because McBusted opened for One Direction at the concert I went to on Valentine's Day. It was fantastic. I think I genuinely was more excited to see McBusted than 1D. And then they announced that they were having their own show at the Palais, so I secretly got tickets for myself and Fiona. Maybe one of the most magical moments of my life. I am so tired. Oh my God. And this tea is doing nothing. I texted Sussy like an hour ago saying I swear every time I see a thin pug, I'm like, what is wrong with your dog? Because Sussy had the fattest pug called Rupert and he died last year and it was really sad because she had him since we were like 6. And he was a very fat pug. And so whenever I see a thin pug, I'm like, something's wrong with that dog. What was I talking about? What is my hair? What is my life? That's the $1 million question here right now. I wish that were the $1 million question because I would answer it and then I would buy like an apartment in London with, I'm shedding a lot. Okay, this is a fucking mess. My next favorite is a book. It is entitled How to Be Parisian Wherever You Are. You've probably seen this if you read blogs of any description. I got this in December for Christmas. I would suggest you get this or read it. I really hope this is the first video of mine that someone is seeing because it's a really great representation of who I am as a rounded human being. Okay, what's my next favorite? That face mask. Very specific, but luckily I know what it is. It is the Warming Mineral Mask from The Body Shop. Fun fact, when your face puffs up, your skin doesn't love it. So, right now, my skin is quite horrendous. It's got a lot better though, because I have been using this in conjunction with the face products that I mentioned in my last video. Those are still working a treat. I'm sorry. That was an apology to me. Oh, my next favorite is various puddings. Yes, indeedy. And I don't mean this in the British sense where you say pudding to mean all dessert, which is really like deceptive and I don't enjoy that. My favorite pudding of the month was actually a vanilla one that I had, but I have eaten all of those by this point. And that brings me to my last favorite before we go on to movies and TV shows, medications. This one was for when I had the flu and this one is for when my face puffed up. Can you see it? You've got the morning and afternoon tablets, which are the same thing. However, the codeine phosphate has been replaced with tripolidine hydrochloride for the nighttime. And then when my face puffed up, I moved on to fexofenadine. As you can see, I used up 5 of the 10 capsules because my face was puffy for 3 days. And then I took it for 2 days afterwards just to be sure because I couldn't remember what a normal face looked like. Those were my 2 mega favorites of the month of February. And now we're gonna move on to movies and TV shows. I realized there was a whole season of Grand Designs that I hadn't seen. which is quite frankly disgusting on my part, but it's okay because I caught up. Here's where I got sick and here's where it picks up. I watched every single episode that is currently out of The Real Housewives of Cheshire. Broadchurch, goddammit. If you watch Broadchurch, you'll know why I put goddammit at the end of that. I watched every single episode of Broadchurch in 24 hours, except for the most recent one, because the finale didn't come out until a week after I watched the rest of it. I'm so obsessed with Once Upon a Time. I love it. I love it so much. I love Regina. Regina's so pretty. Under the Tuscan Sun, I watched that movie when my face was puffy, and I enjoyed it. I think it was raining outside. My final favorite for the month of February is the TV show Plebs. Plebs is a television show about 3 friends who are just trying to make it in the big bad world, except for the big bad world is ancient Rome. And you can freaking guess how much I love that show if it's about ancient Rome in any way. I love ancient Rome so much. I also specifically very much like Marcus from Plebs. We will be together one day, as will myself and Sleep. I look forward to that very, very much. That's the end of my February favorites. Yep.